Hey, Tim Edwards here live from home office here in Dallas. Got a quick video here for you this morning. One that's going to be very enlightening because I'm going to tell you how to use Facebook to build your business in a very big way. So would you like a surefire way to grow your Facebook following, right? Because the first thing is that how do you get people to plug into what you do, right? And numbers. And what if you could double the engagement that you have now, get more people interacting with your posts? And how about an easy way to find the go-getters? You know, you hear all the time in the business, I just can't find the right people. Well, just know they're everywhere. And if you know how to look for them and spot them, and you have the right Facebook structure and content, they're going to be attracted to follow you and reach out, right? So there's a little bit of a sequence of events that happens. They don't just magically appear and tackle you and say, hey, I want to buy your product or join your business. All right, now bonus content, this is going to be a biggie here. Right, I've got a secret, foolproof way that I've used for years. Did it really mainly back in the day when I was heavy recruiting, which I'll be doing here in the very near future again, since I've got back in the business. But I've got a foolproof way to show you how to get yourself in a position every single time with people, get in a conversation, what to say, and how to make that happen, where you can actually present your business or your product with zero rejection. And it works 100% of the time, all right? It gets you in a position 100% of the time. You don't get yeses 100% of the time. But if you can get in that position every single time, you know what to say and how to get that conversation going and then present what you've got, that's the whole deal, right? So if you've got the right content, you've got the right people, you've got the conversations, and you get to put your business or your product in front of people every single time, that's how you're going to grow your business, all right? So I'm going to give you all that today, and it's going to be a really short topic. First off, clean up your profile, right? I would highly suggest that if you've got your company name or your product name in your intro, remove that, right? Because you've got to first off create curiosity with your prospects, right? If they can instantly see I'm with XYZ company, they're just going to go Google that, right? They have no reason to talk to you. There's 50 million other people that say that in their intro. You're just like a million other people. You're just a salesperson, right? So have something intriguing there in your intro that doesn't say your company name or your product name, so that people will start to go through your profile, right? If you want any suggestions on that, you can hit me up afterwards, and I'll help you construct that. So now, next thing is clean up your friends list, right? What you want to do is click on your friends button on your page, scroll back to the very back of the friends list, because typically you'll see the people you engage with the most will be the first people in your friends list. And when you get way back in the back, it's people that don't ever communicate with you, don't ever interact with you. It's people that you don't even know who they are probably, right? So what you want to do is go back to the very back and start unfriending some of those people. Right? If you don't know them from Adam, they aren't important to you and they don't engage with you, you don't know who they are, take them out, because there's a thing that there's what's called a Facebook score. All right? The way that you're scored is how many friends do you have and how many of those friends engage. What is the percentage of people that engage based on your profile? You know, if you've got 100 friends and 30 people engage, that's huge, right? If you got 5,000 friends and you put out a post and you get 20 likes, the ratio of people that are engaging with you is really low. And that's how Facebook gauges how important you are, how popular you are, how relevant your content is, because just lots of people following you or friends from the old days when you sent that friend request that aren't engaging with you runs your score down, which means you get seen less. All right, so clean out those people that aren't important to you. It's going to raise your Facebook score. It's going to raise your engagement immediately. And what you want to do to keep a steady, what I call cleaning house every day, because doing that takes some time. You should wipe out literally probably a third of your Facebook friends, right? The ones that don't ever engage with you. I know that sounds like a lot, but trust me, if you do this, your engagement is instantly going to go up. You're going to see people, you're going to hear from people you haven't heard from in a long time, and you're going to get more people interacting with your posts. Now, the way that you keep the house cleaning on a regular basis without a lot of maintenance, is that you go every day to the birthdays, right? And you see, so what happens is if almost everybody has their birthday listed on Facebook. So if you go through every single day the birthdays, you'll over a year's time you'll go through pretty much your entire list. Now on that day, as soon as you see the birthdays, scroll to the bottom and click it and bring it up on its own page. Then you can put your mouse over the person's name and then click message. So first, when you bring up the birthdays, scroll to the bottom and click it where it brings that up on one page. Then you want to go to put your mouse over the person's name, and then a window will pop up where you can send a message. Click message and see how much interaction that you've got with that person, right? So if you've had interaction with that person, if it's someone that's important to you, if you like that person, if you see that they've had some back and forth with you on Messenger, send them a happy birthday, right? If they haven't, unfriend them, right? And if you do that every single day over the course of a year, you'll get rid of all the people that don't interact with you on a regular basis, because you're going to have a lot of new friends that a year from now you won't remember who they are because they don't stay with you. So those people end up driving your score down. They keep accumulating. So keep that house cleaning done, and you'll keep your score high. All right, and you'll keep your ratio of people that are engaging with you compared to your friends list at a higher rate, so your score's high. All right, I'm going to have to speed this up a little bit because I didn't plan on this being this long. All right, so now what you want to do also is grow your friends list by 10 to 15 people a day. That way you never run out of people to prospect, or never run out of people that might engage with your post and say, hey, what do you do? So what you want to do is go to, up at the top right, you've got, the feed, you've got your messages, then you've got your friends, right? Where people, if they send you a friend request, it shows up in the friend section. Click that friend section. All right, and then right below that, you'll see people you may know. So Facebook has an algorithm that actually knows who's maybe you have lots of mutual friends, you have some mutual interests, you have some common hobbies, whatever it is. Facebook knows that the people that you have things in common with, and they're going to be in that list of people that you may know. All right, now, and it syncs up really, really well if you start reaching out to those people, because when you go through those people, right? Facebook never puts you in jail. Have you ever heard of Facebook jail? Back in the days when you used to prospect people wide open, and there wasn't all this engagement and friending and relationship stuff that is kind of the rule now. If you went out and prospected 10 or 15 or 20 people a day, pretty quickly Facebook would flag you and say, hey, you don't have anything in common with these people. If you don't stop, we're going to block your account. So they would freeze your account where you couldn't get new friends. That's called Facebook jail. But I can tell you, I've tested this over and over and over with people, clients for years. And if you stay in that section of people that you may know, it never flags Facebook, because they realize you've got things in common with those people, especially if you do what I'm about to tell you, because there's a little bit of a trick to it. All right, when you're in that section and you're looking at the people that you may know, again, put your mouse up over the person's name, and it'll pop up a little window, and you'll see their cover photo. You'll see how many friends they have. You'll see how many friends they have and how many followers they have, how many mutual friends that you've got, right? And you can tell pretty quickly if that's a person you'd want to friend. And if you do, send the friend request. But if they're not in someone that you think would be a good fit for what you're doing, click remove. That's the key. So if they can sense that if you just go friend, they know that those things happen 1 second apart. And they're going to realize that you have probably an ulterior motive. You're not just friending people because you might know them. You're probably going to try to sell them something. So you can't just go friend. You have to put your mouse on their name, bring up the page, check it out a little bit, click friend or remove. And now what's also cool about this is not only does it keep you from getting in Facebook jail because they know you spent some time and you're selective, but as you remove those people, it also creates its own algorithm. So if you have a group of people that you more than likely remove a lot, it will stop putting those people in that section of people that you may know. So whatever you're looking for, the number of people in that feed will be, a percentage will be higher, because you've taught the algorithm what you're looking for and what you don't want to friend. Okay, that makes sense? All right, so when you get your friend requests from people, don't accept everybody, okay? Go look at their profile. The first thing I do is I look, are they in network marketing, or are they in a business? Because I only friend people that are in network marketing or in business, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. And also, if they're inactive, right? If I see their last post was a month ago, right? I'm not going to friend that person. Right? They're not active enough, because what happens is you keep friending these people that are inactive on Facebook. What do you think that does to your score? Because if they're inactive, they're not going to engage with your posts, right? So the more friends you've got that don't interact with your posts, the lower your score. So if they're not frequent on Facebook, even if they're in network marketing, if they've had a post like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, and the one before that's a month ago, I mean, some of these people you'll see that like you get 3 or 4 posts down. They're in 2019's last time they post. They're not valuable to you. They're not ever on Facebook. So what's the point of friending them, even if they want to friend you, right? So be selective, because what you're teaching Facebook is that you're targeting people that you have a really high vibe with and things in common or mutual friends and interests, because that's what they want. They want people that are going to be social. And if you are friending people that aren't going to socialize with you or engage with you, it's a moot point. Just know this, you're Facebook's partner. And the better you get at this and the more people plug into your content, Facebook has a goal of showing people ads, right? That's how they produce revenue. So if you're good at keeping people on Facebook because you get engagement, you get more followers, they're going to make your posts more visible because you keep eyeballs on Facebook and they can sell their ads, right? So you got to understand how everything works. All right, now once you've got a friend, right, whether you send a request to them or vice versa, do your standard interaction, right? Whatever it is for you. Thank them for the connection. Looking forward to networking with you. Whatever your thing is, right? Be you, but thank them in some way, right? Use emojis and use GIFs because you want to make an impression on people, right? I like to send people, a thanks and tell them to have a blessed day, and I put the symbol, the emoji for prayer, because I want people to be blessed more than anything, right? Even if they don't do the business or become a coaching client. And then, if they reply, and what you're looking for is that you're looking for friendly reciprocation. Again, if people are antisocial, how much value do they have, right? As far as if your goal is building a business, or even if you're wanting to have a new friend. If they're antisocial, they're probably not going to be a great friend, and interact with you and give you anything, that kind of fills your cup. So if they don't interact, so if I send a thank you to you and you don't reply back, right? When I come back around to birthdays, I'm going to wish you happy birthday one time. If I come back around and there's no response, I unfriend you. So, because I'm not looking for people that don't, they're not going to thank you for this, or they're not going to say, oh, I appreciate you reaching out on my birthday. Or they don't say, if you say thank you, looking forward to networking with you, and they don't say something like, yeah, I enjoy networking with like-minded people. You're looking for people that engage, okay? And they reciprocate. They're friendly, right? Those are people, guess what? So here's the big takeaway here. Those people are more apt to be valuable to you because guess what? If they want to talk to you, do you have a better chance of marketing your product or your business? You do. All right? If they decide to do your business and they aren't socially awkward or needing to work on themselves for 3 or 4 years because they don't like talking to people, they'd rather be in a cubicle or crunch numbers, do you think they're more valuable as far as helping you grow your business? They are. So social interaction is a way to convert more, build more friends, sell more products, get more reps, and have people that actually will reach out and talk to people. Because, like I can tell you, back in the day when I first started network marketing, I wouldn't have friended myself because I was socially awkward. I was the quiet type. I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't have time to interact. I didn't want to tell you thank you. I was like focused and freaked out about talking to people. So it was a weird combination. I kept prospecting people, but I wouldn't get anywhere because I was just too focused, or I would be scared to prospect, and I would be inconsistent, right? Because I had that fear of whatever. So that social interaction is really important. Okay, here's where we're getting into approaches, right? So after I've friended you, or you friended me, or you started following me, and you asked me a question, because I've sifted you out as someone who engages with people, all right? Then if I ask you a question, you're probably going to respond. So if I reach out to you after I've said thanks for the connection, you said thank you back, if I said something like, well, I see that you're in business as well. That's why I only friend people in business or network marketing, because it sets me up to actually talk to them about business. All right, so I see you're in a business as well, right? Or I see that you're in a network, right? So I always say, your network equals your net worth, right? And I put a little smiley face, emojis, right? A little personality, right? A little more visual. And then I would ask a question. Why don't we schedule a time for a couple of minute chat, exchange some info, and see if we might help each other. I meet a lot of people. I might be able to help you. Now, if you're in business or you're a network marketer, are you going to turn down that conversation? If you do, you shouldn't be in network marketing. Because when somebody is offering to meet you, talk to you, where you get a chance to talk about your product, talk about your business, talk about what you're looking for, and maybe get referrals, if you turn that interaction down, you need to just stick to your job, right? Because that's not network marketing. It's a relationship business, and it requires interaction. So do you see how all of this fits together? Getting your score up, right? Getting the right kind of people that are in business or in network marketing, that have a little bit of a personality, that like engaging with people, that talk to people, that are in business. So when you ask them if they want to have a chat, they do, because they want to grow their business. They want to get referrals. Do you see how all that works together, right? So now, I kind of went on a little tangent there, but here's the thing. Once you accept my request to have a little chat, then I'm going to say this very specifically, and you got to write this down word for word. If you don't do this exactly right, it's going to take you endless amounts of time to go through this. If you need to say, tell me what you're looking for as far as clients or customers. Be very specific. That way they tell you, well, I'm looking for a person that wants to do this or has this problem, or here's what I can fix, if they have this issue. So it's very specific, right? And it doesn't take much time. If you say, well, tell me a little bit about your business, that's 30 freaking minutes. They're going to do a whole presentation for you, right? And then you can't get through the numbers. You can't sift to see who's a fit for your business because you're listening to everybody's spiel, okay? Make sense? Now, as soon as I ask you specifically what you're looking for as far as clients or customers, what normally happens is people usually reciprocate. Well, tell me what you're looking for, Tim. And if they don't, guess what I'm going to say? Let's say your name's Bob. Well, Bob, let me tell you what I'm looking for. Right? And now they listen because you've actually asked them how you could help them. So now they want to see if they can help you. It's just a normal thing. This is a little bit of a relationship and a rapport building scenario, right? Where you don't just throw up your business on people, right? Because you're putting them first and then you're telling them what you're looking for. Does that make sense? Now, when you're done telling them, here's what you do when you tell them what you're looking for. So this is the way that you prospect every single person and you don't have any rejection. All right. So Bob, let's say it's Bob again. Bob, I know I can tell you enjoy what you do. So it's probably not for you. A little bit of a takeaway, right? Which when you go at people, are you interested in? They're like this, right? They're on their heels because they know they're about to be sold. When you say, you probably love what you do, this is not for you, they're kind of leaning in because now it's like, well, what is this? How do you know I'm not interested? So it's mentally, it prepares you to talk about what you do without them feeling sold and without you feeling rejected. You get that? Because here's the thing, 90% of your team does not want to sell. And 90% of your prospects don't want to be sold. So if you can come across as helping the prospect, they're going to lean in and they're more receptive to that. And if you can teach your reps how to say, you look like you love what you do, so this is probably not for you, but here's what I'm looking for. They're going to be leaning in, right? And the rep can more easily say that because when you do what I'm about to tell you to do, there's no rejection. So if I say, Bob, I can tell you love what you do and this probably isn't for you, but do you know anyone looking to, and here's where you plug in your stuff, lean up a little bit, increase their energy, have the appearance of rolling the clocks back 5 or 10 years. Whatever it is that sells your energy, your weight loss, your anti-aging product, whatever it is, and so the way it would flow is that, hey, Bob, I know that I can tell you love what you do and this is probably not for you, but do you know anyone looking to lean up a little bit, have some more energy? I'd like to send them some information. Anyone come to mind? So see, I'm putting a little bit of a teaser in front of you about the benefits of what I do. So here's what you never sell the product, you sell solutions and you sell the benefit of what your products or your business does. And then all you do is ask, I'd like to send, so that sounds really simple. I've told them it's probably not for you. And if the benefits resonate with you, and then I say, I'd like to send some info, it sounds like I'm going to just send you something, so it's not going to be this long presentation. So psychologically, you're accepting that. And then if I say, does anyone come to mind? That's just asking for referrals. So here's the thing. They say one of three things. I don't know anyone, Tim. That means I want to get off the phone now. Or reach out to my brother-in-law. He was just talking about this weekend when we had a family get-together. Right? So now you got a referral. And the one that you're really hoping happens is, that sounds intriguing, Tim. What you got? I'd like you to send me the info. So now so what happens here is that you've grown your following, you've upped your score, more people are engaging, you've got more new friends, you're in a position to chat with people, you're finding out what they need really quickly and then telling them what you do to see who's open to your product or your business without any freaking rejection whatsoever. You can do this every single day and create leads without rejection. You see how simple that is? All right. So, I told you you'd love this. It's really good stuff. It's stuff that people have paid me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for in coaching scenarios. So take that, refer your team, tag your team. Sharing is caring, because everybody on your team needs to understand how to do this, and your business will explode. We'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.